Good morning and welcome to WSLS News. I'm Kate Cartwright.
And I'm Ashley Murphy.
Ashley and I are members of Mrs. Hatala's homeroom, and we wanted to share a project with you that we started this fall. The theme of our project is to make a difference for people suffering in the civil war in Syria.
The idea for the project started during our Bible class when we were studying Luke 10:2, which says, "The harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. Ask the Lord of the harvest, therefore, to send out workers into his harvest field."
Even though we're just teenagers, we feel like we are being called by Jesus to help others. By doing what Jesus would do, we are like his workers in the harvest field. We are the workers Jesus is calling to make the world a better place.
During the 2 weeks that we were studying the Bible verse, there were many articles in the newspaper on the Syrian refugee crisis. We talked about the crisis in homeroom and how lucky we are to live in a country where our government is a democracy and we have many freedoms.
During our conversations, we decided we could do something to help people suffering in Syria. We have been raising money for these people, and we created a poster to track our fundraising activities.
We want to now turn the show over to Alex Brown and Elle Manderson, who will be giving us a live report on what's going on in Syria.
Thank you, Ashley. I'm in the war-torn country of Syria, where people are trying to escape. Did you know that schoolboys around our age sparked the Syrian Revolution? It all started when they painted "The people want to topple the regime" on the side of their school. It was something that was said by a Syrian protester, and they copied him. All 15 boys were between the ages of 10 and 15 and were arrested and tortured. The way the boys were treated made the people of Syria very angry, and they started protests all over the country. Peaceful protests led to violent attacks by the government. Innocent civilians were killed, and the civil war began in Syria. Elle, can you tell us about the refugee camps?
I'll be glad to, Alex. 5 years after the fighting in Syria started, the United Nations Refugee Agency estimated that more than 4 million Syrians have fled from their country. Half were women and children. They are leaving their homes for most of their belongings behind because it is no longer safe in Syria. They walked or traveled by boat to the new countries, with not much more than the clothes on their backs. Thousands of Syrians are arriving every day at refugee camps in countries close to Syria, like Jordan, Lebanon, and Turkey. This refugee camp in Jordan is just 10 miles from the border of Syria and the second largest refugee camp in the world. The camp is huge. Back to you in the studio, Kate.
Thank you for that field report, Alex and Elle. Our class felt like it was our duty to be called to help the Syrians as we studied our Bible verse. We decided we could do our part by raising money and donating it to UNICEF, a national relief organization that helps kids. After all, teenagers just like us are suffering.
They don't have enough to eat or drink, they're not going to school, and they have lost their homes. Many have lost their childhood to this civil war.
From bake sales and pitching in with some of our babysitting money and other money we got, we raised $280 to donate to UNICEF. It seems like a lot of money to us, but we know the Syrians need so much more. It's just our way to try to act like Jesus would, to help others that so desperately need help.
We have also started to think of all the Syrian refugees in our prayers every day and hope they find peace in their lives and a new place to call home. We are the workers in the harvest field, making the world a better place by sacrificing a little to help others.
Will you help too? We encourage you to help these Syrian refugees in your prayers. Thank you for helping in the harvest. This is Kate Cartwright
and Ashley Murphy signing off for WSLS News.
See you next time.